Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Sapphire version. Today we are going to finish up the, what's it called? Dewford Cave, I guess, and, yeah. Here I am, catching a Zubat because those things are one of the most adorable little things ever. Plus, it evolves into something that is super duper awesome. Though, funny thing, I suppose, back in the original generations, I didn't really care for Zubat much. But, in Crystal version, I ran into my first shiny Pokemon, and that Pokemon was a Zubat. And I remember being like, huh? This one is colored differently. That's interesting. And so I caught it to see what it does. And, ever since, well, maybe not ever since, but, as soon as I became more aware of exactly how rare a shiny was, and this is an Aeron, Steel, Rock, weak to water, and fighting attacks. But, once I became more aware of just how rare it was to even get a shiny Pokemon, I gained a new appreciation for it, and now I just kinda love the crap out of Zubat, even if before I had no particular reason to care for it. Though its third evolution being love-induced may have influenced my opinion of it somewhat, because for some reason I just love Pokemon that you need to make love you in order to evolve. Except for Riolu, I'm not terribly fond of dogs. Plus, I feel like I don't like that it got its own movie without introducing any new event legendaries into the film. So, not terribly fond of it. But I do like Zorua and Zoroark, because, oh my gosh, it was just so cute in the movie! So cute and adorable. But, remember this guy for later. You're gonna run into him somewhere. And, another Pokemon that I didn't particularly care for, was a Clink, but the moment I got it shiny, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this thing. Weird how catching a shiny does that. And, my most recent shiny was a Meowth, which is kind of funny because, normally I tend to name Meowth / Persian after Sheba. But, funny timing on the game's part, like I had just been let go from my first job, and then I caught the shiny, so it's like, aw, Nintendo, you shouldn't have! Or rather, Game Freak. And here just showing off a fight with Geodude because I was in the cave and I ran into it. And it was gonna... whatever. And here is an Abra, also in the cave. It is a psychic type, weak to dark bug. I swear there's a third. Dark. No, that. I think that's it. And yay! Evolution for Bruce Lee! Huzzah! Oh, well... Oh, and, looks like we are going to actually come fight the gym. And, just showing you, quickly what their movesets are right now. Now, the gimmick of this gym is that it's dark, and your vision of light will grow the more trainers you defeat. Both versions. And, this is a meta type. It is Psychic Fighting, weak to Ghost and Flying attacks. I thought it might have been weak to bug type attacks, but no, the fighting type cancels that out. And Bide, basically whatever damage the Pokemon takes while it's using Bide, it deals out double once it's done taking in damage. So that's why I'm switching out and absolutely not attacking. And that is it for this lady. And la la la. When you're in the dark and you don't really feel like using flash, for the cave, stick to the bottom. For the first floor that is enshrouded in darkness, and then when you get to the second floor that's shrouded in darkness, stick to the top and keep sticking to the top so that you'll have no trouble navigating. And that is a Machop, weak to psychic and flying attacks because it is a fighting type. And about back to the shinies, because I do not think she'll whip out anything new. Shinies that I have obtained but cannot keep because of, well, caught it in crystal version, or I caught it before but I gave it away for some reason. A Zubat. And oh my gosh, the most infuriating thing. I ran into a shiny Zubat in Wayward Cave in Platinum, but I had Mira tagging along on me, and her AI is actually aggressive and smart. So, because it is apparently decided that in Pokemon Platinum, or, well, Gen 4 and 5, that you cannot aim for a specific Pokemon when you are in a double battle, which is complete and utter bullshit, because they were able to allow you to aim in Pokemon Coliseum and XD, so I don't see why they can't insert that little bit of coding into Gen 4 or 5. Just saying. But because I could not throw a Pokeball at it right away, Mira's Kadabra killed that Zubat, so now I'm all enraged. And I would really, really like to get a shiny Zubat again, because I miss it. And, ooh! Nene's evolving. And now she is a Ninjask. Yay! Now, something interesting about Nincada evolving. Basically, when it evolves, it itself evolves, and then when it evolves, it sort of casts aside the skin of its former self. And if you have a Pokeball in your bag, you'll get this beauty. Shedinja. Bug Ghost. Weak to, Rock, Fire, Flying, I'm not sure if the bug cancels out any of the typical ghost weaknesses, which are Ghost and, Dark. But, and here Gallant is evolving. Its type stays the same, so its weaknesses stay the same. But, with Shedinja, the amazing thing about it is that unless you're hitting it with a super effective move, it's not going to receive any damage. So, if you're in an area where you know that the Pokemon doesn't have any moves that are super effective against Shedinja, Shedinja could be a quite effective stalling Pokemon, at the very least. Assuming it does not get burned, or anything that causes damage without directly hurting it. And now we are fighting Brawley! His first Pokemon is a Machop! And I'm gonna try Fury Cutter because at the time I forgot whether or not... Well, I just forgot that a bug was not very effective against fighting, and something strange, fighting is not very effective against bug either. So after the first Fury Cutter, I just stick to Cut. And his second Pokemon will be a Makuhita. And Ninjask has the ability Speed Boost, which ups its speed every turn. So, given my like of just wanting to sweep through fights, Speed Boost is a pretty good thing. In fact, I wish that a Dream Torchic would become available so I could have a Speed Boost Blaziken. and other shinies that I am really looking for. Weedle, because I got a shiny one in my crystal version, playing through it again after oh so many years and letting it dust off. And Elekid, because I got a shiny one, but I traded it for a Jirachi, and I later ended up regretting the trade because they let out a Jirachi event not soon after I made the trade. So it's like, Rawr! But, now we have the Knuckle Badge. Any Pokemon up to level 30 will obey us without question. And we get Bulk Up, a defensive move, and because it is defensive, I will not use it. And when I was recording the footage for this part, I laughed my ass off because the main reason I got Gallant, other than to help with Roxanne, was to help out with this particular gym. And now that I've gotten the badge, sweeping through it with Nene, I have no more reason to hang on to Gallant. So that was interesting, but I am going... Oh! Here, talk to this guy and you'll get the Old Rod. Basically it lets you fish water-type Pokemon out of the water. Though since it's the Old Rod, you'll mostly be fishing up Magikarp. And we are about to run out of footage. I will see you next time on Mutti Plays Pokemon Sapphire. See you then!